So I thought I'd do this little video here and combine this one other than that. Somebody asked me about a dice game for baseball, but so I usually do. I have just a very basic setup. So I have like you can tell, I put this here like this, and then I can do recordings. That's how I usually do it. And then, so like when I go to places, so this you say baseball cards needed. So I just kind of, type it in my phone. We had like paper a long time ago, and I still have probably some of the papers of like, you circle which ones, you need, maybe X out the ones you already have. So this is baseball cards needed, and I just kind of scroll and kind of, I'm able to, and then a lot of times I'll, kind of for inserts, I'll put the stuff that I have, um, and then what I can also do, I'll show you here. This one's labeled, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like baseball cards that I have. So I'm just going to go through here, kind of say like, okay, this is what I have. Like there's like a lot of old stuff there. Usually stuff that I've, don't have a lot of, like say if I get a couple boxes, I'll do the, what I need and kind of, but this is kind of like saying, okay, this is what I have. And a lot of times would also have a problem when a lot of people my age, they would put their cards in their spokes. So let's see, where is it at? So this was called baseball cards I need to replace. So there's like, like some old stuff, and then, I was kind of going through the 83 tops, and there's like some that are miscut really bad. So sometimes it's not just, sometimes it is my fault for what I did as cards, because like I'll show you here, like here's some baseball cards I would put my name on, kind of played with them. Those were Roberto Clemente's last card, Pete Rose, and then sometimes there's a Karen. So sometimes I'd give it to my brother. I have an older brother, younger brother. So I'm thinking that's why one of the reasons. Plus, my younger brother is about 4 years younger than me, and I'd scratch out my name and give it to him, and he'd put his name on it. But I'd also like play, like there's a Jerry West that's kind of missing part of it, and just kind of. Just like boom, or shoot or whatever. And there's a Wilt Chamberlain, it's kind of taped up. And I do like football cards too. So like this one, I think, because you can see on here, Calvin Hill. This guy here, Ray. He was like a brother of a classmate, and I believe that's where I got the Me Joe Green. That's the rookie card of his, and that would go for, I don't know, probably at least over $100 now. That's 1971. And so, he wrote his name on it, and I wrote my name on it. So a lot of things that we would do as kids, like, all right, let's tackle him. Boom. There you go. So, yeah, so, one person asked, like, about a dice game, starting up a dice game for baseball. And there's a thing called Strat-o-matic. And I did like a little thing. I was on MLB Carded just recently. And let's see here. Get out of there. So, started out like a dice game for baseball. This game is still looks like it's pretty well played. And they would give out cards. There's no like a licensing. So they can't use license either player, the team name, or the player, with it. So they just give you a card in their fielding, So I just kind of did this little video here. Let's see here.
Or players, and maybe you get a do-over. Enter Strat-o-matic. This sports simulation game has been connecting fans with Major League Baseball since the early 60s, and it's still going strong. Check it out.
My dad used to get letters sometimes from wives, irate wives, who would basically just be like, you know, your game has ruined my marriage.
It started when I was 11 years old, actually, when I started developing games. And I went to camp that summer, and just before the summer began, I rolled the dice 5,000 times and created a table in order to make up baseball cards. We played the game for the summer, and that began my career, so to speak, in board games. The game of Strat-o-matic was not in its present status, but it was the beginning of it.
Strat-o-matic is a sports simulation. Cards and dice, based on the prior year's statistics, and you get actual performances from these cards and from these dice.
Strat-o-matic started out as a basic game where it's a simple batter versus pitcher matchup. You roll a dice and get the result right away. Since then, we've added on an advanced game, which allows you to have different results versus a lefty or versus a righty. It's split out defense for range and errors and arm. We have every single season back to 1871. On top of that, we have individual Negro League seasons, we have individual Japanese seasons, we have a Cuban Stars, anything you can think of in baseball, we have it. In addition to just the board game, we've also advanced technologically. So we've come out with an online mobile game that you can access called Baseball 365. That is really a fantasy-style game where you draft a team under a salary cap. So there's really a variety of ways to play the game now that there never used to be.
And more coming.
And more coming.
That we can't talk about.
1975 was our first opening day. We got a handful of fellows come, you know, and they came and they were very delighted to be here and to share the experience with other fellow Strat-o-matic players. It's very good bonding. We then decided, hey, why not do this each year? And we did.
It's basically the day where we first make our products for our baseball season available. Over 250 people coming from all over the country and Canada. It's a little bit like Comic-Con for people who love sports statistics, because that's really what Strat-o-matic is.
Opening day at Strat-o-matic. Nothing better. In my world, it's created a circle of community that's just a camaraderie that's unmatched. You know, I have friends of 40 years that have been playing Strat-o-matic.
We all love this game, and to meet the guy that invented it, you know, the creator, it's thrilling. It's just an amazing thing to get to talk to him and know that he created so much joy for us.
To me, the most important thing that I've done is that I've brought recreation to people's homes, a hobby that gets them away from their normal problems of life, particularly adults, and also brings them back to their childhood.
You know, my father tapped into something for himself, this sort of love of sports, this love of sports analysis that so many people have and share with him. And really, this game has allowed people to express that deep interest in the statistics of sports.
Yeah, so that's a little short video that I found on LB. They do carded. Every now and then they'll do like a rip of thing and basically cards. So you have a game that you're going to start up. You have this game that's like huge, it seems to be, and they seem like they're evolving. But I mean, if I was going to start up a game with a dice, you know, first I'd have to get this game and see, okay, what can I improve in, and what you know, I'm thinking, okay, like, you know, like a dice roll for like pitchers. You know, you have usually most starting pitchers have four pitchers, you know, 4 pitches that they throw, and try and figure out, okay, you know, the batters, you know, they pull, or are they pull hitters, or they spray the ball out. is it going to the gap? Is it going down the line? Is it more a direct hit to? So I mean, there's different things to do, but I mean, you're probably going to. I mean, and like I say, if you're going to market it for a bigger game, or if you're just playing, kind of for yourself and maybe some friends, you can maybe do I would do like a limited edition, like the World Series teams, and kind of get a feel for that. But that's kind of the biggest issue is going to be starting up a game with dice that you already have a game going in, and so it'd be kind of tough. But that's something. Like say they started to say, okay, we're going to do lefty on lefty, righty on righty. So it seems like they are evolving that game, and they're tweaking it, doing a lot of stuff. So, if you're going to start up a dice game, it'd be something tough to do. And but yeah, I think it's doable. And anyhow, good luck.